Let me check niggas' temperatures for me.
Jazz the ass. You just never know. You get him keep saying like, I have a bar though, because he kept saying Vicky.
So I ain't want to bring up the Gilly. I ain't want to bring up ARAB. Stay on this shit.
That ass poker. That was first it out. Let's switch it up. Now let's just say it came out that his story.
Niggas not fall strong, nigga. I fall strong. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? You know what I'm saying? We got dead ass Trey songs. Anthony Hamilton, Carl Thomas. You know what I'm saying? About to drop the R&B mixtape of the summer. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
The fact that y'all even seeing me like this is crazy.
No, man, but I appreciate each and every one of y'all that pulled up, man. Shout out to my dog Eon and KD for a fire interview. If you did not check that out, man, please go support them. Run the numbers up. Eon on a crazy run. She just got done off the stage with Coffee. Then she battling First Lady Frames on the Hitman Holla and Murder Moot face off this weekend. Then you got KD. KD, he got a message for all you niggas. So, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't seen the message, go back, watch the interview. Matter of fact, I just clipped that portion up. It's about 6 minutes long, so y'all can run them numbers up on that. Shout out to him. Sudden Death 6 going down in St. Louis. Ill Will versus KD is the main event and just announced. And it's crazy because, you know what I'm saying, our guest can also speak on this battle a little bit. Ace Amin versus the Green Ranger. Gotta be one of the most aggressive battle announcements we had in battle rap. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I might have to bring a Teflon because there's be a whole lot of shoulder bumping in that joint.
I was about to say the shoulder bump about to be crazy. But you said we got a guest though.
No, we do got a guest though. And this is somebody who I've been wanting to have a conversation with for a very long time, man. I was on my way to my weekly blessing. You see that lining crispy as hell. I was on my way to my weekly blessing, and I was thinking, man, I was like, if the Twitter Spaces ever had a Hall of Fame, it's certain names that you got to put in that Hall of Fame. It's you know what I'm saying? First round draft picks. You got Weed in battles. You got Cola. But then right after that, I think you got Tati, and then our guest for the evening, I think you got Doc, man. If you don't know about the Battle Rap Doctor, is someone who I have literally watched evolve from manager to now event thrower. I don't know if you want to say league thrower, but I'm gonna say event thrower. He damn near he also doing some consultation for some of you up and coming battle rap leagues or current higher tier battle rap leagues that might need a little innovative idea. You might need a little saxon in your seasoning. He got you. And my man is going over to Africa. I don't know. I don't think that got enough attention either. But my man is collaborating with the motherland in December. So without no further ado, man, this is my dog. Shout out Doc Rowe, everybody on the team. We're going to figure out who actually on this roster because I ain't going to lie.
It's a lot of niggas. It's a lot of
niggas on this fucking roster. But without further ado, it's my guy, man. What's up, Doc?
What's the deal?
I don't like how you said. He said my co-host that ass told me. He was like, "Oh, I don't. You know, I know I've been in the hot and I've been in the background, but we not no fucking Let's get that straight. What's up, Doc? How you doing?
Shit.
Like what?
Man?
How you
What's
doing?
Up,
You good?
talk, man?
I understand, Yunus beat chess. You wanted me to come on here. You wanted me to talk about it. I ain't talk about it because I've been playing in the background. I understand you want your just dues for Yunus.
Right.
I understand, but don't we're not doing that.
Nah, you know I fuck with you. You know what it is, man. How you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm sitting on my porch. I'm eating this watermelon with the lemon juice. You know, promoting gut health. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say because. Before COVID, you was slim, pause. Now you out here.
Nah, I done got big, so
it's you gained it. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, nah, and I ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get it together. So this is typically my breakfast, quote unquote. This is my first meal of the day. It's 3:00. So just trying to change my lifestyle. You know, do the right things at the right times. You know.
Okay, and the right thing in the right time was just business this past weekend, man. Mm-hmm. Salute to you. He said fans is throwing better events than you battle rap league owners. let's get to it. First of all, sir, before we get into like wins and losses, just talk about how did you come up with this card? Because again, when you see the names on the card, I ain't gonna lie. First thing I was like, how is this nigga paying for this shit?
Mm-hmm.
So what was the idea behind putting the battles together? How did that go? You know what I'm saying? I see that coming out of the event, I see it was more so the battlers having to invest in themselves and actually sell their own product. But yeah, I want to hear from you though.
So yeah, man, the initial idea was just something that I wanted to do, celebrate my birthday. I mean, I feel like I work real hard in this culture. I do a lot in this culture. So I just had an idea of a birthday card. You know, I had this idea of sponsors and this, that, and the third. And somebody on my team, one of the battlers, I just don't remember who it was. We were in a group chat talking, and they like, man, honestly, we should just do something together, like, you know, some doc roll and, you know. And then Wusa, we had been talking about it for a while. You know, Wusa, like a real good friend of mine, him and Rich Fetty. He don't battle no more, but the original idea was about Doc Roll versus the Billionaires. So Fetty being out the game, Wusa like, yo, we can just do that. You know what I'm saying? And we can just put the show on ourselves. I'm like, damn, somebody else just said that. And it literally just came to life like that. Once I knew that everybody was serious, we just hit the ground running, you know, between matchups and who wanted to be a part of it, who didn't, who understood the logistics of it, wrote down the pros and cons, presented it to all the battlers so they could see how they could benefit, the losses they would take, and everybody was on board. Everybody was on board. It was only 6 battles that happened, but my entire roster was down.
And I guess when you're trying to do something innovative like this, how difficult was the I don't want to say necessarily the negotiations, but I guess getting people to buy into the idea? Was it some that were more reluctant than others, and then once they saw it, was like, man, damn, I missed out on a great opportunity?
There were people, I would say, I'm not gonna put nobody on blast. I will say there were some people on their side that felt that way, and I mean, the people probably weren't on the card at all. There was, and now one person I will put on blast. I'm gonna put Foots on blast. Foots was all the way with it. He was all the way with it. He just wasn't sure about battling Mozzie. You know, Mozzie ain't been on URL in a while. So I think he might have underestimated Mozzie a little as far as what he could bring to the battle. And we know how that battle turned out. You know what I'm saying? It ended up to me being the best battle that night. So yeah, but other than that, man, everybody was on board initially. It wasn't too hard. It's enough. They got 38 fucking members. So as long as they could get at least 9 of them to agree, it was gonna be easy to do, and we was able to pull it off. So yeah.
Fire. Now I gotta ask you, like you said, you were able to have 6 battles go off without a hitch, but it was a couple that did not happen. Mm-hmm. Most notably Tex and Ace Amin. Now I don't know why that battle did not go down. Could you shed a little light on what happened with that one?
So this is what I'll say. One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. I'm gonna put this out there for everybody. Everybody was prepared for 3 rounds. And I know it for a fact. I did my due diligence leading up to the event to just, you know, both parties were prepared. It was just a personal issue on one end. That's all. But that battle's gonna get made up. A league has already reached out and asked for my blessing to be able to do the battle. My thing was, shit, it wasn't my battle to begin with. I just, you know, Ace is my man, and I fuck with Tech. So it's like, man, can we do this? Man, ain't no problem. So that's all it was about. But the battle is gonna get done. They gonna handle that, and I think it's still gonna be a joint. But it was just personal issues on one end. That was it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I do want to shout out again. Sudden Death 6 is going down September 28th in St. Louis, my city. I will be in the building for that.
Dang, I'm gonna be there.
It got to be the most aggressive battle like I've heard announced in a minute. Ace Amin versus Green Ranger. Like I said, I don't want. I just picture a whole lot of shoulder. It's gonna be a lot of. Gonna be a lot of aggression in that battle.
Yeah, that's gonna be different. I like Green Ranger. Fun fact, I wanted to manage Green Ranger.
No shit.
When I was first building my team, he was somebody I really, really liked. I don't think Green Ranger saw my vision though. Uh, Unfortunate for him, but I don't think he saw my vision at the time. But I think Green Ranger was somebody I was looking at that had a lot of potential, still does. You know what I'm saying? I was real high on Green Ranger. You know what I mean? And I am looking forward to that battle. That's obviously, KD Doc Roll and all that, so I'm pulling up no matter what. But that's one of the battles that I'm super looking forward to seeing. Ace is obviously Ace, and yeah, there's a skill gap, but I think that Green Ranger can bring something to the battle that's going to make the battle crazy.
In
You know
St.
what I
Louis,
mean?
yeah, no, I think it's gonna be wicked. It's gonna be wicked.
Exactly. And that's another thing. He at home. They both like to bump and then do this. They talk there. I'm looking forward to that. I want to flip the coin. I'm gonna tell
Right.
KD. Yeah, I want to be front and center for that one.
No, that's super fire. But Just Business did go down, man. And again, outside looking in at the battles, man, I just loved it from the consumer standpoint being at home, man. I just felt like the commentary, I do want to shout out the commentary. I felt like the commentary was versatile. I felt like it
Yes.
was very good. It was very entertaining. And you gave us just enough, not enough to really like get oversaturated with the commentary, but just enough to be like, okay, they doing their job, transitioning to the next battle, man. So shout out
Mhm.
to your commentary.
Yeah, no, that's Chris Tex and Duchess. They from over at iBattle. I mean, they do a lot of other things. Duchess, from War Report back in the day, and the Wody panel. Chris Tex been around a long time. You know what I mean? Two are the most qualified of qualified at anything they do. You know what I'm saying? And I think commentary, they the best of the best. So shout out to the both of them, and I appreciate them. I didn't know what I was gonna do for commentary, so everybody was asking, like rappers and different people. And I was gonna say, fuck it, anybody could do commentary. I don't give a fuck, just go to the table and talk. But I said, nah, like I kind of want this shit to be like, I want it to feel free, but I want it to have a little polish to it. And I knew I could trust them, and they over deliver, and I appreciate them
No,
for
shout out to
sure.
them for sure. Shout out to iBattle, man.
Facts.
What were some of the things that were going on in the venue that maybe we didn't see that was going on in the camera? Like, was the food from saying drinks? I know you were shouting out the vendors. There was saying
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
be
yeah,
elevated. I'll say that you can be elevated at the venue.
yeah, nah, for sure. I had the homegirl Destiny. She was she do her weed thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just killed the fly, Mr. Miyagi shit. Uh, my homegirl Destiny, she had the weed thing, so we had that going on real deal. Had the Justice for Charlie shirts, so y'all make sure y'all cop them. You know what I'm saying? And the venue owner, I've been locked in with her for a while. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So when I did my first collaborative event with iBattle there, it was at that venue. It was the first
Okay.
time a battle rap event has been done in that venue. I just knew about this spot, and it's typically an old head spot. It just got two parts. And I'm like, yo, this would be perfect for battle rap. The first event I did, the collab with iBattle was such a success, I obviously kept working. So it was no better place. So I mean, everything that was going on in the venue was just good vibes, conversations happening here and there, and I got my hood niggas meeting the battle rap world and getting introduced and seeing how this shit is. Because in Columbus, like, I don't think it's not that there wasn't a battle rap scene. Shout out to AR Green and Lucius. I think that the battle rap scene wasn't being elevated though. It was just a bunch of hood niggas that wanted the local fame, but it's like, nah, I want to take this shit to new heights. You know what I'm saying? So it was just nice to see the good vibes that my city normally have and be able to introduce the battle rap world to that. So I mean, in the venue, man, it was just love. It was just a lot of love, a lot of good energy, and everybody was locked in on the battles. It was only a couple shut the fuck ups that had to get thrown around, but other than that,
And we
it was
appreciate the shut the fuck ups though. And not only do I appreciate it because you put a name on it. You like, hey, you over there by the bar with the
yeah,
comments. You see the
yeah.
fuck
I
going
don't give a
on?
fuck. I don't give a fuck because it's and somebody always better than you. But the thing is, it's like this ain't really the issue that you gonna want out here, and I think people know. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's like, man, respect these niggas. Especially knowing or not knowing rather that these niggas put their money and their time and all of this into this shit. So I'll be damned if a random motherfucker gonna fuck up the footage. You know what I'm saying? No matter what side of the fence you on, who you are, I respect everybody. So respect what the fuck we got going on. You know what I'm saying?
No, I respect what the fuck we
Mhm.
got going on is definitely a mantra for you. Again, you and the Doc Road crew. All right, man. We gotta get to these battles though. And shout
Mhm.
out our battle. You know what I'm saying? They just dropped Los Premee
Mhm.
and Yunus. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
run those numbers up.
Facts.
How
ASAP.
do you feel about the battle, and how do you feel about the overall opinion of the battle rap community pertaining to that battle?
Okay. So a few things I would say. Los won. There's no doubt about it. Um, to give y'all a little backstory without telling too much, Yunus and Los had some animosity. You know, it was serious. Not like somebody gonna die serious, but it was serious. You know, and Yunus, I can say, has never stood in front of somebody that he genuinely didn't like. If
Mm,
y'all know Yunus, have met him, talked to him, he's exactly who you think he is in the sense of his purity. You know what I'm saying? A happy person. He loves and respects everybody. Like that's just who he is. So I think it threw him off. And I knew it did actually in his preparation, having to prep and write and say certain shit, at least feeling like he had to somebody that he didn't like. I genuinely think outside of the first round, I thought he took the first, but outside of the first round, I think he wasn't even comfortable rapping some of that shit. Um, because of what it's rooted in. It's so many things with them. I'm not going to get into all the personals because he didn't even say everything. But it was so much with them. Since then, they've talked, they squashed it, you know, as men, whatever. So you know, that's what I want to put out there because that's important. It ain't about what people believe is lies and the truth of what Eunice said, but um, you know, he took a loss. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was rewarding to see the battle rap culture kind of get behind him. You know what I mean? Because when he lost to some people, when he lost the franchise to the consensus last year, it was, oh, he shouldn't be on Gnome. He don't deserve no opportunities. And who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Versus when he lost this battle, I'm seeing way more of, man, Yunus wasn't himself. Man, we know that wasn't you. Man, get back to you. We want to see you again. We'll win the next stage. It's so much more love and camaraderie, and I think it's made it easier for him. He seemed to not take it hard until like no freaky. Outside of in the moment, you know, after that, you know, he was just like, you know, it is what it is. I learned my lesson, and yeah, I think he just wore his emotions on his sleeve. And in the transition to Los, Los wasn't in rare form. Los was just Los. You know what I'm saying? I think that more people got to see Los at one time than ever
For sure,
this
for sure.
event. You know what I'm saying? So
And, and you think about the names that Los has had. You know what I'm saying? He didn't battle the Rum Nitties. You know what I'm saying? He's battled those names that you would have thought there would have been 10,000 people that have seen Los.
right.
But on that platform, given the rivalry that there was, and one thing, because I watched the battle before Deadass did, I watched it in real time, and I
Mhm.
said, I've never seen a battle this intense. Like
Yeah, it
for,
was it
for,
was
for where we are in battle rap, you don't get that type of, like, I'm expecting this type of intensity. You know what I'm saying? September 13th when we in fucking Houston for Murder Mook and Hitman. I'm
facts.
like, it was that. It was like I was telling Deadass, even in the first round, like when Yunus came with the angle that he was using, you could tell like there was feeling an emotion behind that, and you could just see Los Preem, even though he was covered up, like, you know what I'm saying, in his little towel and
Yeah,
face mask
and
and
his
all that other
mask.
shit. Like you could tell that affected him the moment he heard that. And even when he started rapping, I told Deadass, I was like, he was bumping Yunus, and Yunus like had to reset and kind of square up and like and be a little firm in his stance because like it was
Yeah,
that.
yeah, nah, it was. And you know what I'm saying? Eunice is such a student. Y'all been watching him for years now, and he's such a student where I think he now understands like in battle rap, and he told me this in battle rap, I'm gonna battle niggas I don't like again. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that no more. I can't get it. I can't wear my emotions on my sleeve where I'm prepping, saying a bunch of shit I really don't want to say. I want to rap. I want to display my talent. I want to be Eunice so I can give y'all the best product. Um, and it's not that his material was bad. I just think it wasn't Eunice. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was Eunice. So I'm glad that it happened where it did and the way it did. I mean, obviously, you know, you never want it to happen, but if it's going to happen, I would rather it happen like this than let's say he get a call for Summer Madness next month, and it happened there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
So
What's
look,
the
I will say I do got a little pushback. I know I got pushback.
I don't think it's where it happened that. I mean, Yunus has battled names. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's when he's battled people that we had fucked up. You get what I'm saying? Like when he seen franchise, when he seen Holmesy, like all those battles, we was like, nah, Yunus got this one. Yunus got this one. Even this, like not knowing the backstory, but even with this battle, it's like you don't expect, even for Yunus to lose. I haven't watched the battle yet, but just seeing the reaction on X the entire weekend after the battle happened, like
Mm-hmm.
it was nothing but low cream, low cream, low cream, low cream, low cream. And like I said, he's battled the names, but to get the sit here and say like this was a war for him where he had to battle somebody that he don't like. Like let's just say he get the DNA battle Summer Madness.
Mm-hmm.
He don't like that. That's another just name that's standing in front of him.
Right.
Versus the Los Prem battle. Like I said, it don't matter where it happened. That this was just his first battle where, like you said, there was real emotions involved. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think two things can be true. Like everything you're saying, I can understand it. I think when I get into the where it happened at is it's much worse on Summer Madness if that happens. That's all. It's not to say that it's still not a thing, it still didn't happen, whatever the case may be, but it's much worse if it happens in the NBA. Like a nigga crossing you up
In
in
the
the
finals.
finals
In
is
the
worse
finals.
than a nigga crossing you up in the Drew League. You understand what I'm saying? So that's more the perspective that I'm coming from. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Uh but I gave y'all the Yunus side just from a personal standpoint and actually knowing from him, but I
mhm.
don't want it to overshadow Los, which was why like I encouraged them like to sell the battle to I battle. You know what I mean? Lex wanted exclusivity, you know what I'm saying? And I encouraged that as well, you know, because he's your champion. He just beat who is the number one new guy, and I still think it's the number one new guy in the world. I think most people feel like Yunus is the number one new guy in the world. So give your champion that on his own platform. Why not? You know what I mean? The business was good. Yunus and Los both ate, and you know it is what it is. We on to the next one.
So I gotta give you some pushback in the sense of, you know, you said earlier when the battle happened, the majority of the battle rap community, you know what I'm saying, got behind Yunus and really
Mm-hmm.
supported him, and it was like, okay, this is an outlier. This is not the consistent. However,
Mm-hmm.
there are some battlers
Mm-hmm.
that feel like niggas need to stop babying Yunus so much. Most
Okay.
notably J2. Because I
Okay.
ain't like
So.
J2 my man, but he
Mm-hmm.
definitely was on a tirade last night saying, hey, like he got 30. Like when I
So
got
let me.
30, y'all called it body of the year against Loso.
So let
He
me
got
address.
30.
So let me address J2 directly. Now, first,
Oh shit. Well, you
before
know,
I get to before I get to J2, because
I'm gonna
J2,
say
this
J2,
my
we can,
dog.
that's
This
my
my
dog
dog.
too.
So like for real. And I'm gonna call him and tell him exactly what I said on the show. I'll lead with this first. What I was saying was I think it's the majority. I'm seeing more of it's not that he's getting baby, it's just like, yo, bro, this shit happens to all the greats. You know what I'm saying? Like it happened all the great, or at least once, somebody gonna get you. And it's gonna be you might fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But as far as to address what J2 said, I'm trying to be careful because this is my homie. So did these niggas cut out?
No, we here. No, we do solo. Hey, if you gonna talk, hey, you gotta address somebody.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
what the
no,
fuck?
nigga,
No,
you
no, no,
go.
no,
You get
no.
the
I'm
platform.
not about to
No, I
overwhoop.
know
I'm
you.
just
No,
about
we not about to do that.
to
No, you
nah,
good.
but for J2, I say this. I think that J2 is looking at it from a perspective of trying to compare and contrast. Those were two different degree of situations. Eunice didn't get 30. He won the first. Two different degree of situations, two different stages, two different situations. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting baby. It's just the first time we've seen that happen. So people are letting him know, yo, that shit happens. Yunus didn't get on the net and cry. Yunus didn't get on the net and say nothing. These is people doing it at their own merit. So I think if J2 said it in a fashion that Yunus is crying and getting baby, that's irresponsible as fuck. If he said it in that context. If he's just saying it and it's nothing behind anything Yunus said or did, then that's just his opinion, but he's wrong as fuck. I think he's wrong. I don't think he's getting babied. I think people are just saying what it is because Yunus came out in public. He tweeted. He said he owned it. He said, "Yo, I was emotional, tripping. On to the next. Won't happen again." Simple. He owned it. You know what I mean? He didn't ask. He didn't say, "Oh man, I'm about to kill myself. I don't want to rap anymore." He didn't do none of that. He ain't like no bitch. He owned it. He's still promoting the battle.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
I definitely saw
He's promoting the battle, so we don't move like bitch ass niggas. My camp, none of them niggas is cut like that. If they lose, it is what it is. I have an obligation to promote my battles, post and pre promo, post promo. Niggas still will fulfill them obligations because we professionals. We don't get on the net and cry if we lose. We don't act like hoes when we lose, and that's what a lot of battle rappers do. We don't do that. And this ain't about J2. This, you know what I'm saying? But this is about
and it was not, his statement was not directly towards Yunus, like Yunus, you're being baby. It was more towards the battle rap community. He felt like, again, his when he lost to Loso, he felt like the battle rap community was like, that's body of the year, clear loss. And when he saw the, you know what I'm saying, Yunus and Los Premee video, he feels like, you know what I'm saying, there's a little bit of goalpost moving. I would say this though. One of the reasons I have Yunus winning the first is simply just based off my consistency. If you choke or stumble in the round, I'm sorry, like you lose that round. Regardless of Yunus, we might not have liked the material, we might not have liked his performance in the first, it was still clean. His mishaps did not happen until the second round. So that's why I have Yunus winning. I have Yunus exiting the first, but I mean, like you said, to the second and the third, up out of here.
Yeah, he lost clear, and it's rumble, young man, rumble. It don't take away the work, and I think that the culture is. I think the majority of the culture is behind him differently. When I made that comparison earlier, because he's proven shit. You know what I'm saying? To this point, I think last year he was slightly proven, not completely proven, but like. At this point, you got 30 chants in New York on chess, on Gnome. You know what I'm saying? A great showing is consistent. That's our first time seeing him choke. So at the end of the day, it just come with the territory. I think people know that just wasn't Yunus. And there's nothing wrong with people being able to identify that. Everybody wants people to be hard on other battlers because the community is hard on them. In all actuality, man, some niggas are just more likable than y'all too. Some niggas are easier to like. Some niggas are easier to stand behind. And this may feel taboo, but that's the game. Some niggas are more likable than others. Jack Boy Maine is a good dude. He's a real good dude. And motherfuckers that know him know he's a great dude. But he's hated.
He's definitely hated. That's my dog, though. That's my dog. But he got no reaction on some of the craziest bars.
He had some shit. But now I'll say in Columbus, he was getting some love, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, generally, Jack lost that. Shout out to Zeke, because I think Zeke did his motherfucking thing, too. But Zeke won those polls 80-20, y'all.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
When I saw that, I said...
Hey, Doc, that's a hustle. That's a hustle. That's a hustle.
I mean, that was crazy. So my thing is, if they don't like you, nobody's going to rally behind you. And as respectfully as possible, the only thing I'll say to J2 that might feel a little, people will like Yunus more than you. And I'll tell them that people like Yunus more than they like J2. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And J2, my nigga, it's a difference of opinion. Like, I'll still slap one of these niggas for J2. That's like my bro. I'm just being honest, though. You know?
For sure. 100%. And shout out J2, because he's going to be on the show tomorrow. And he got the announcement him and Clone is going down on the face-off this weekend with Hitman and Murder Mook.
J2 about to get him up out of here.
I really do think he about to go crazy.
Shout out to Clone. J2 about to get him up out of here.
But we live in the building with Doc Rowe,
I don't
man,
know about that.
CEO,
I don't know about
executive
that. Hold on,
director,
I don't
man.
know about that. We
You
gonna
don't
see
know
about
about
that.
what?
You don't know about what?
I don't know about getting him the fuck up out of here, but we'll see. We'll
You want
see.
to bet something?
What?
Those both the homies. I'll mute you to the
Okay,
curb.
all right. He don't want to bet
I,
nothing.
but I don't think he's gonna get him up out of here. But I know
He don't
those
want.
both.
He don't want to bet nothing. Hey, if I may, before we go wherever we gonna go, I do
Mhm.
want to talk about all the battles because the fact that I'm getting this interview, I love this platform. I be watching y'all shit. I want to be able to shed some light on all the battlers if I can.
Oh, of course.
Nah,
Come
go ahead,
on, brother.
talk your
Come on,
talk.
brother. You already know how to go over here.
Yeah, word. You ain't if that's for the people, cool. But I know what happened.
This for the people. This ain't for you. We know.
Okay, cool. So Ghost versus Nakim the Prophet. So Nakim the Prophet is battling Los Preme August 30th for the iBattle Championship, the finals of the Mac the Captain tournament or the Captain's Cup tournament. Rest in peace, Matt the Captain. And Ghost is a Doc Roll artist. He's been around for a while. But I think before I got a hold of him, start working with him, he was kind of just floating around in this shit. But those two talented motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They both went in there and did their numbers. I think Ghost won the polls, and I personally had Ghost. But it was a fire battle. Shout out to URL and the Crucible. You know, I'm sure it's gonna be some stuff getting announced about that soon. So y'all gonna see Ghost around there for the final phase. And shout out to Nakim the Prophet in the finals of the Captain's Cup. So that was another dope battle. Jack Boy Main and Zeke, we just talked about it a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying? Zeke is another one from the Crucible. Shout out OSBL. He been putting in work there for a while. He's gonna be in the final phase of the Crucible as well. Him and Ghost actually battled in the last phase. That battle was fucking crazy. It's crazy. I wish URL put it out. Then Jack Boy Man is Jack Boy Man. Y'all know what that is. They clashed. What was after that? Justice and Woosah.
My man, Justice. When
Hey man,
it's a couple names. It's a couple names in 2025. You cannot talk about battle rap without.
he's
Justice
gonna
is
make
one of them.
he's gonna make top 20, and I think he should. Right, even as stands right now, Judge win against Hansel,
Fire
beat
battle.
Shiesty Foe in Chicago,
Fire.
beat Lou Castro, beat Woosah, great battle, beat Woosah, beat King Kia in Florida, Crucible coming. The impact and notoriety around Justice name is crazy also. And I could be leaving something out, but he got something that he just got locked in for on a fire card that the people been talking about a little bit. I ain't gonna say what it is. Somewhere around October maybe, but yeah, y'all gonna see Justice soon. He putting in a lot of work. So shout out to Justice and Woosah, you know, Woo for Summer Madness, baby. You know what I mean? Woo for Summer Madness. You know, none of these niggas in battle rap campaign for the new talent more than I do. It ain't just about who Doc Rowe, who this, who that. Nobody gives a fuck about the new talent the way that I do, and not even just the sense of supporting them, but helping them develop, helping them get opportunities, helping put them in the limelight the proper way. There's nobody in the culture that cares about this shit or that's doing it at my level. I don't care who you're talking about.
You definitely know so many like names I ain't even heard of. Like it'd be crazy. Like you really be in the weeds with this battle rap shit.
Yeah, and it's the new guys because that's gonna shape the future. You know, they say all these old niggas on the way out. That don't mean they on the way out next year, but these niggas got to be ready for whenever the day comes. You know what I'm saying? So Justice and Woosah, I think they just put on a show. I think Justice really broke through though.
No, Justice is different, bro. Like I don't know, that little light skin, that 911 shit.
We ride together, we die together, like 9/11. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It was wilding.
That nigga is special. His work ethic, Justice work ethic, is unlike any battler I've ever seen. Not any new battler, not his work ethic is unlike any battle, the time he puts into this material, how much he cares about it. He ain't fucking off battles. He puts everything into his performances. He's consistent. He shows up to the events early, the last one to leave. Like he's a workhorse. And when Justice becomes a top tier battler one day, it's gonna be about the work. It ain't gonna be nothing political. It ain't gonna be he ain't got to promo his way there, and he promos too. It's gonna be the work.
And his
Straight
music
up.
is good too. Can you please shout out his latest project that just dropped?
Oh man, Unanimous, man. Y'all go download that on Apple Music. Man, he might have, I think it's 10 songs. He might have went 10 for 10. That motherfucker like that. It's like that. It sound industry ready. You know what I'm saying? So he do music, he promos, he puts time into his material. Him and Wu's battle was 25 minutes, so they didn't snake each other on the time. He's a prophet. Like everything about Justice, man. The same way I was talking about Yunus at a point in time in his elevation, I feel the exact same way about Justice. I want everybody to understand what he is. He's also going to be in that crucible. So I want everybody to understand what he is and really be on the lookout. He's going to be the next guy. I'm banking on that. And like I said, Wu for Summer Madness, consistency. He had to stumble against Twerk, but still had the moment of the battle. You know what I'm saying? That was Wu's first moment for me where I was like, that's what motherfuckers been looking for. We know you can rap, we know you do your thing, but he had a moment in that battle, man, and shook that bitch, and it felt like he was a star. So I think it would be nice for URL to give him an opportunity. And he got Kid Slade. That was just announced on Nexus next weekend.
I did see that. I ain't gonna lie. That one gonna be kind of crazy.
That's gonna be one.
That one gonna be kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. The people gonna love that one. That's gonna be a good one. But fuck you talking about I got Woosah. You know what I'm saying? So it was 2 more battles.
The Mozzie and Foots.
Mozzie and motherfucking Foots.
Battle of the night for me.
For sure.
I got Mozzie second and third. But again, if you have Foots, I ain't mad because they was wilding. And Foots, I don't know if you're on your cycle or whatever you got going, man, because the steroids are steroiding right now. So how you an EMT operator and promise you put on 25 pounds of muscle since I've seen you in battle rap? I don't know.
That motherfucker Foots been getting bigger every year, huh? Nah, listen. They did their job. Like I said, I know Foots has some reluctancy because of Mozzie just had personal life stuff, it's keeping him out the way and shifting his focus. But now he got everything straight. We getting to see Mozzie again and getting to see why he was picked in the top 6 in the first place.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And if you can clip this up, man, URL, call him or call me. He's ready. He's good. He's ready. Him and Foots just put on a fucking show. I want to see Foots get more opportunities. I'm hoping that can happen very soon.
Well, you already know Foots got he got a big problem coming up in November. You already know that boy from St. Louis is not playing.
Yeah, yeah. That's Doc Rowe business. Yeah, he ain't gonna make it out of that. But shout out to Foots. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, tell him you a good kid though, Foots. You a good kid.
You a nice guy. You got spunk. You know what I'm saying? You got spunk, Foots. But nah, not KD. Not KD. So shout out to Mozzie and Foots. Definitely want to see them both in URL rotation. And TBL, I know y'all not opposed to booking new talent, man. Them brothers just put on and did that battle out their pocket. If y'all got something coming up, man, and it can make sense, not even just TBL, all these leagues that's doing shit, that's doing these special big events and shit, man. I'm on a campaign where any event that doesn't have one new talent on it, I won't buy it. I will bootleg.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Me, Doc. I will bootleg. If you're not booking a new talent on your card, I'm going to bootleg it. Simple. So shout out to Mozzie and Foots. They did their thing. And then Ratchet Rico and Glory. 2 newer talents. Ratchet Rico.
Was that the first battle? Because that's the only one I missed.
That was the first battle. So
yes.
I'm gonna make sure you get that footage as soon as we done.
All right.
Ratchet Rico and Glory, they both newer battlers figuring things out. Ratchet's from my side, Glory's from the other side, but they both the bros. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my nigga Ratchet went in there and handled his business. You know what I'm saying? But Glory did his thing though. You know what I'm saying? I thought he had a good display. You know, for the level he's at. So I'm looking forward to seeing them, you know, continue to develop. You know, and I'm in both their corner, even though Ratchet is Doc Rowe. You know, Glory's still the bro. Like I'm in both of their corner. I want to see both of them develop and thrive, and hopefully be able to find themselves completely. You know what I mean? But it was the perfect opener. It was a solid ass battle where it's like, okay, we about to roll into something special. You know what I'm saying? It was the perfect opener. I think you'll like the battle. You know what I mean? Especially going into it, knowing what you're getting. Because I don't want to say it like this, but I was expecting a little less than what I got. And the fact that the battle turned out to be as solid as it was, I'm like, okay. And the card placement was all strategic. I wanted Mozzie and Foots to go right after that because these are the two newest guys of both rosters, Glory and Ratchet Rico.
Okay.
So if I want to follow that up and get the ball rolling or show the difference, Mozzie and Foots go second because this is the only battle where both artists are URL artists. Where they're both artists that have been here for a long time. So I got a good opener. Let me have an even better second battle that I know is going to hit you niggas in the mouth. And that's exactly what it did.
And you also protecting your investment too, because if something happened in that first battle, you know you got a battle that's gonna kick that energy right the fuck up.
Exactly. Exactly. But you know, when you coordinating events or running the league, whatever you're doing, a lot of that shit is on the fly. You can plan a schedule. I see iBattle, shout out to iBattle. They do schedules and shit. But a lot of other leagues that I've worked with or seen up close, they make adjustments on the fly based on the crowd, what's happening, the vibe that night, shit like that. So that was the set card, and we didn't have to make any adjustments.
That's fire. That's fire. Hey man, we live in the building with Doc. You know what I'm saying? CEO, executive director of Doc Rowe Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, Doc. We got over like we were at about 250, 100, and over 120 on YouTube, over 100 on
That's
X.
fire.
And then we got whatever we got going on Twitch. I'm gonna start working on my Twitch. I just started it this weekend, so I can watch the battles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put this account up. But you talked about promo a little bit, and I kind of saw like I don't want to say an exchange, but I definitely saw a little bit of a call out with you and Black Compass Media. And shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I know they had the radio show. I don't know if it was Sunday night or Monday night. But you didn't like the title. You didn't like the title.
Hated it. Let me say this. Tone Bro is like big bro. Like that's my dog. Like when I need advice, when it's shit going, you know, whatever, it could be about anything. I will call somebody like Tone Bro. He's like somebody like it's crossed over into my real life that I can trust and that I know I can talk to. And I fuck with Polo. I do. And I know Polo did that motherfucking title. My issue is that it was clickbait. And they said, oh, it's a question mark. Don't gaslight me. You know what the fuck you were doing. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's how I took it. Like, Yunus and Los Premee body, nah. He won the first. He choked in 2 rounds, 2-1 clear. Are there 2-1 bodies in battle rap?
Yes.
There are?
There can be. There definitely can be a 2-1.
Fair enough.
We can have that. We can agree to disagree right now and then have that conversation offline. Maybe in St. Louis. That'd be a great conversation.
Yeah, because I'm going to be there. But even then, I feel like Yunus gave us something that we could walk away from the battle with. Something. Even if it was one thing. It wasn't completely blank. We didn't get nothing out of it. And he's saying the question mark. So that obviously would implicate that he's saying, I'm not saying it's a body. I'm just asking the question. But it's clickbait though, and it's propaganda. It's shit that nobody's gonna want out there if they don't feel like that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? And I would expect that from a page with no pick. I don't expect that from a media platform that I respect. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect that. So I'm not mad about it or nothing like that. It was just I'm not a nigga that's not gonna say nothing if I feel something. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? So that's all that's about. But shout out to them. I'm gonna continue to support them and support the platform because I think that they are good for battle rap. You know what I mean? But if I see something I don't like, I'm gonna speak on it. And another thing too, and this ain't got nothing to do with Tone Bro. Well, nah, yes it do, because he's a part of the platform, so they all got to get it. Because I don't know who's responsible, but it wasn't that much coverage before the event happened. I couldn't get nobody to reach out for interviews. Tone Bro got the new Battle of Spotlight and shit, but I couldn't get that from a lot of media. I wasn't getting a lot of, oh man, let me holler at you. I'm trying to set up face-offs. I'm trying to let everybody eat too. Like, this is new talent. I want to let media do some of these face-offs, whatever. Motherfuckers wasn't trying to work. So for me, don't try to capitalize and do a clickbait title to shit on somebody when I couldn't get a motherfucker to support. And that don't just go for them. That go for everybody that didn't reach out. You know what I'm saying? We have responsibilities. Everybody got a role in battle rap. Rappers need to rap. Managers need to manage. Media needs to motherfucking media. You know what I'm saying? We all got responsibilities. If I ain't on my shit, if there's a way to quantify me not being on my shit, call me out if I'm publicly doing something that you deem wrong. You understand what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I can accept it, and I'm not above criticism. So, and neither are they. So it wasn't serious at all. I just seen something and I responded like I would with anything else.
No, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Black Compass because I know they do a lot of great content for battle rap.
Facts.
Like I said, you're saying, hey, you already know the next event you do have. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to.
I'm gonna be locked in now.
Tell them to pull up. If they pull up on
They're
tip,
gonna be locked in now.
Look, I got ghosted from half your roster, Doc. Ghosted. Niggas started conversations, stopped conversations, no follow-up, no nothing. So next time you have an event, hey man, send a little talent, man. Everybody eat,
we gonna make that right. Matter of fact, next time I have an event, come do some commentary and I'll find you a partner.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely love and appreciate the opportunity to do that.
I ain't just saying that either. Remind me whenever it happens.
First of all, sorry, I'm not these battle rap niggas. Respectfully. But before we transition to your next project, which I think did not get as much light, obviously it was an amazing event, quick announcement. It was like a carbon footprint, and then we kind of moved on from it. Mm-hmm. However, you said something about bootlegging your event. Explain to me, how do you bootleg a free event?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be all the way direct, because I'm not fake nigga. Shout out to Facts Nation. Facts Nation supports everything I do. He retweets my shit. He shows love to my battlers. He's a real nigga. So I'm gonna shout him out because I don't want anybody to think it's malice, but everybody kept sending me his stream. And they said it was other people, but he was just the one that stuck out to me because of how I respect him. So they were sending me, he was doing a YouTube stream. He was watching my stream, but on his, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so he pulled up a second screen where he could watch the battles and actually project the battles on his channel in real time.
Exactly. Okay. And my thing was, I put the tweet out. It was something along the lines like, yo, I don't even mind it. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Would I do that? No. But I don't mind you doing it. I want everybody to eat. But, I mean, damn. Can you give me a subscription? Can you offer to be a sponsor to help one of these battlers get a room? Can you contribute something to the event if you're going to bootleg it? You know what I mean? Like anything. It could have been minuscule though. And I ain't mad at him, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even DM him. I put it out there in public because it might not have been just him. I wanted everybody to see it. I know he probably seen it. He followed me, you know what I'm saying? But I put it out there for everybody like, yo, everybody can eat. I'm not even charging for this shit. So it's love. I don't care, but at least extend an olive branch like, hey, my nigga, like, I want to do this for my fans, but I'm going to still do a little something.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's all it was about. You know what I'm saying? I know Jay Black has some commentary about it. Like, it's a free event. Like, why even, you know what I'm saying? But I understand why. if you have your own channel, your own fan base, whatever the case may be, and you want to, by all means, the event's free anyway. But I just think the way that I would conduct it is, if you had a free event, Tim, I would reach out to you like, bro, I'm gonna do this shit on my channel, you know, if it's okay, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't give a fuck shit, I'm gonna still give you like a sub or maybe 5 subs. I'm gonna show you some love. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was really asking for. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that's reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the Twitch channel. Make sure all everybody that's watching goes over to Twitch and subscribe real quick.
Yep. Dr. DOCQTOR.
No, please make sure y'all do that, because the numbers was definitely growing. Like, again, Twitch is just a different beast. My first time getting on there, I'm seeing like gifts and things on. I didn't know what the fuck. I was like, man, I'm just
you all. It was yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was expecting the viewership. I wasn't expecting the gifts. But I think that, shout out to Dice, shout out to Bum. Those are the two that everybody kept telling me about. I'm sure there were more. Anybody that gifted a sub, man, I love y'all. That's love. I appreciate it. But I genuinely wasn't expecting it. I know there was people's way of showing their appreciation for what I was doing, but I just wanted the viewers on my page. You know, I thought it'd be a good look, and I knew it was something I can completely control. And I know Avo had experience with it, because King of the Dot did Twitch, but it wasn't a free event. They was charging hella. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when they was doing the tournament and shit. But I wanted to do something different, make it free. So a platform I know how to use, I'm very familiar with. You know what I'm saying? And I know Avo had experience working in it, so that was my reason for picking Twitch anyway. So yeah.
Hey, I got a question in the chat, and this is actually a funny question.
What's up?
Shout out to my dog Chris Wiley. He said, "Can we get EFB Court back?"
Who asked that?
Chris Wiley Jr., man. Shout out to my dog.
Listen,
EFB Court was wild. I ain't gonna lie,
man.
So some of them conversations and some of the I guess some of the investigations that went on,
man, bro, that was such a time.
COVID was a wild time.
That was such a time. Like I COVID, man, just being in the house, can't get on your phone. You know what I'm saying? I went through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like at that time too. I remember I missed my daughter's first Christmas because I had COVID. I remember just being in the house. And
I know that hurt.
It hurt. It crushed me. You know what I'm saying? But I was in the crib on the Spaces talking to motherfuckers, and that shit got me through just sitting in the crib sometimes. So people, oh, Spaces, this, Space, that. Man, that should be fun. And it passes the time. It's fun. You know, you build relationships with people. You know, you begin to meet them or whatever. Like, people, one thing I understand is that humans just like to complain. Humans just like to complain about something. They want to feel self-righteous, or they want to feel like they want to, a dare to be different ass nigga. It's like, oh, go to hell. Like, Spaces is fun.
Go to
like,
hell is crazy.
It's like battle rappers complain about the Spaces. It's like, are you mad because nobody wants to talk to you? Like, nobody wants to hear you and say, like, if you hate the Spaces so much, bitch, delete the app. And I'm talking to anybody who feel like they hate the Spaces so much. Bitch, delete that.
Out them shit. It's not that hard. It's not.
Yeah, you literally don't gotta use it. Like it's so simple. Just don't use it. Yeah, but people like to complain, so just let them rock. So yeah, EFB Court though. I'm gonna ask Gotti about that. I talk to Gotti typically. Is like his business. We have some personal convo, but be business and stuff. But I haven't thought about that in such a long time. That was a funny time. I'm gonna ask Gotti about it, because I will be down to do that.
Appreciate that, man. We live in the building with Doc. We got a couple more questions, and we're gonna get them up out of here, man.
Talk to me.
But the Godfather of battle rap, you know what I'm saying, Smack. He did a very interesting interview with 15 Minutes of Fame.
What he said?
Just a couple of days ago, and he was talking about the state of battle rap. Him and God damn it, him and Uncle Ra. I'm sorry, Ra. You my dog. I apologize. Him and Uncle Ra were kind of talking about they kind of falling out of love with battle rap because it's in such a different state. He even went to the I don't want to say the extreme, but he even put himself on a branch and said, he feels like the market is oversaturated.
Uh-huh.
How do you like what when as a battle rap representative, a manager, how do you feel when you hear that? Because I take that as, I ain't gonna lie, URL, it sounds like y'all a little scared of competition. Because the way I look at it, if you look at other industries, there's a plethora of different competitions. Like if you look at sodas, how many different sodas is it? If you look at shoes, how many different type of shoes can you buy? Like there's certain industries where there's going to be a robust streamline of opportunity. And you even got some, I think what it really is, and then some of his own URL talent are league owners now. Like, and you're buying, but he's also buying the battles from, you know what I'm saying, from these same platforms, but then complaining about it being oversaturated. So you, as someone who's been in the culture, who has an influence again, you know what I'm saying, in front of the screen of battle rap, behind the screen of battle rap, like what are your thoughts when you hear Smack say that the culture is oversaturated?
He's right. He's right.
So? Do you say oversaturation in a good or a negative fashion?
There's good and bad in everything. So both. I think that there's a lot of battle rap going on, and that's good. I think that there's just too many people trying to do battle rap, because there are a lot of events, there are a lot of leagues doing other shit. All this shit isn't good. I gotta be honest. Like, you can have a bunch of names and shit. All that shit don't be good. I think that URL, personally, I feel like I got the answer. But I will say this, and I won't put it out there, but I will say this. URL has the ability to corner the market.
There's Thanos in battle rap.
They can corner the market. I'm not sure if, shout out to Beasley and Smack and all them, first of all. They do phenomenal. They do phenomenal business. They've been here the longest for a reason. They are the NBA. Very insightful individuals, and I love the conversations that I've had with them, and picking their brains about the history of this shit and all of that. You know what I mean? But they have the ability to corner the market, and I don't think that they know it. But it's in their future. I'm not talking about just one guy. They can corner the market in such a way and take this shit all the way back over the way they want to. Personally, I would stop managing if I could work for them and help them corner the market. Because I think it involves shit with the newer talent. And about all on stages and all that. It's not that. But there's a way to corner this market. And the hint I will give you is the way I just did this event is an example. It's an example. They can corner the market. Battle rap, cornering the market means that they're going to eventually either flush everybody out, or battlers are going to start looking at their bookings different. Battlers are going to start wanting to be more involved with URL when URL seems like it's fun again and it's not just all business. You know, if you look at a lot of the other leagues, riot events and shit, like, you know, in the battles when they're booking them and the way they're put out, it all seems like fun. When it's URL, it's like, oh, serious business. The NBA, they about to, I don't know if you ever think about the vibe you have when you see an announcement from URL versus when you see announcements from like a riot or something like that, or even like a TBL. Like, I think it's just a different feel. But URL they have the ability to corner the market. They just got to figure it out. You don't got to go. As much as I would love to see Hitman holler back on URL, I would love that. I don't think it needs to happen for them to corner the market. I just think that they got to do a better job in the way that they're displaying their future. And then knowing what to do with the now and how to put the now out there better. And I think I could for sure help with that. But battle rap is oversaturated, but they can stop it. They just don't know how.
You know what I'm saying? I'll say this. The one thing I don't like about the oversaturation is the lack of promotion, because it's like battlers are taking so many battles back to back to back. You can't get them to do an interview. You can't get them to shoot a video. you know what I'm saying, do some type of promotion like that part, like the lack of storylines in battle rap is just like, to me, it is jarring almost, how we do not have enough storylines for some of the biggest battles. Like, obviously, Murder Mook, Hitman writes itself. Loaded Lux, Twerk writes itself. But what after that? And it's like we're always almost leaning on one battle to carry the whole card. And that shit.
Generally, yes. I'll tell you this though. The way that motherfucking Summer Man is looking right now, and the rumors.
The rumors is crazy. I mean, I think
listen.
The things that I've heard have definitely been unorthodox. They definitely been a couple like, what the fuck? Like,
they trying to blow this bitch up. So I think they going in the right direction with what they doing with their big stage shit. I just think that they could completely corner the market. What if let me ask you a question. What if Just Business was a URL event?
And it was free, and it showcased all the newer talent, that would be what you're supposed to do. I mean, it's no. You talking to no?
I don't even want to say nothing else about that. But
it ain't. This shit is not rocket science.
They could, because that's how you build stars. You understand what I'm saying? It is so much more to it than even just that. But I in a perfect world, I like the small leagues. I like some of the other leagues being around. I'm not saying it shouldn't be no other leagues, but URL, it shouldn't be competitive. It shouldn't be competitive with anyone. And while I do think they are top of the food chain, I think that every once in a while you get an event like an Apollo where it's like, beat that URL. Now I think the way Summer Madness is looking,
you think it's gonna be better than Bulletproof?
I think Summer Madness is going to be the best event of the year.
Ooh, that's a hefty. That is a hefty statement, sir.
I mean, shit. I think I had one of the better events.
I give you that. I give you that.
But what? I think they are about to set this bitch on fire. What they already got out now is fire. But I think it's not about to do.
There's another level. Better. There's another level.
I think they about to. Yeah.
So one of the things one of my fraternity brothers told me when it come down to business, right, and running business meetings, he said a successful business meeting is not considered a success unless 70% of the topics is about the future.
Mm-hmm.
I think with this culture, there has been a lack of investment in the future of battle rap. Yep. And not even, obviously, we know from the battle rapper side, but even think from the media side. How long, and this ain't no disrespect to the Angry Friends, the Three Lettermans, the Black Competition, Pioneers, you know what I'm saying? Wherever y'all have them is where y'all have them on y'all list. Wherever I fall on y'all list is where I fall. I'm cool with it. I made the list. That's all I give a fuck about. But when you talk about media, it's the same platforms. Like, very rarely do you get someone in media to break through. And then in order for them to break through, it's usually some type of shocking, so you know what I'm saying, salacious type of rumor that
some bullshit.
Yeah, it's something that elevates them. You know what I'm saying? Hits the elevator and they go straight to the top. And what you do when you get there, you know what I'm saying, is solely up to you. But I do think there is a lack of investment in the future of battle rap, and that's why it's so stagnant right now.
I agree. And let me say this too. Get a new guy some pushback. All that crying and shit, stop it. Promote, rap, have good representation that can put you in the best positions. Be cognizant of your decision making. You don't gotta get on there. Oh man, nobody fuck with me for real. Like, I've been doing, like, stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not needed. Just work. Just work. But what you're saying is right. And I think that enough leagues, period, I'm not going to just blame URL, because URL is pushing out the best new talent and more new talent than anyone. Think about it. I want you to really think about that. The quality, factor in quality as well. the quality of new talent, the heights they're reaching. These guys are playing in the NBA, and the last two Crucible classes, that's 12 niggas right there. So Flair, everybody was high on him. Hopefully everything all right. Foots, working. Klutz, got chess. Hansel. People have been campaigning for Hansel to be on big stages and shit for a minute now. Who else was in that class? Ease and Authentic. Authentic and Holmes just had a fire battle. Authentic is out here working. I think I would want to see Authentic getting different opportunities. And I think Ease just fell back. Next class, Yunus. Come on now. Woosah. We see it. Mozzie, fire battle with Foots. Just recently. He's back. Dice. Dice gets called. Dice is making.
People don't understand. Dice got a real life outside of this shit.
Dice is making a choice. Capo, the promo god. Bandit Montana, he been here a while, but whatever. And then they're about to funnel in a brand new group of niggas. Justice ain't even in none of them 12 names I just said. And everybody's talking about him.
That's a fact.
Ghost just had a crazy battle. He might be new to a lot of people, but he just had a nice battle, getting some notoriety, got a lot of followers. I didn't got calls about Ghost. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, and like sorry, I don't want to lose track. They're all in the Crucible also. So this is what I mean by URL constantly funneling in new talent.
But it's also they're also behind the wall, and it's hard for us as the battle rap consumer to get to understand a storyline.
And that's where you corner the market. And that's where you corner the market by doing other shit. I know what I said earlier, but I'm just gonna say this one thing about this. Shout out to Dre Majesty, right?
I'm about to say, Dre Majesty. Oh, you know what I was thinking.
Love Dre Majesty. I watched Dre Majesty's ascension from the beginning. I remember his first battle. I remember the conversations we had. I remember how he was really trying to develop and work on his style. And he's found a home. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing his thing. He's thriving over it. I'm so fucking happy for him. I'm gonna support Dre Majesty in anything he do. But he was in the Crucible. You understand what I'm saying? So you can go somewhere else, but at the end of the day, this is the place that's funneling the most new talent. They just have to figure out how to work with it.
I think that again, URL is cemented as it's too hard to.
They will never be overthrown.
They'll never be overthrown. So everybody, the moment you become a battle rapper, the goal is for 99.8% of battle rappers is to make it to the URL. Mm-hmm. But it's also like once you get there, what are they doing with you? And I think that's where the pushback has come from the fans, because it's like you could go into the Crucible and you might not make it out there, motherfucker. You might make it out and we see you on like Hip Hop Is Real. They announce you a part of the top 6 and then we don't see you for another year.
And that's why I think URL, I'm going to say the plan, and I can't say the plan, but it's something that they need to do. And I think if they do it, they corner the market. And if 4 of those guys pan out minimum, nothing to talk about.
Oh, I'm gonna let you know. Doc, man, we got 300. You know what I'm saying? We got 300 buns, man. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
We work to that. We working. We working. No, shout out to everybody, my day ones, my brand news. If you've never even heard of me before, if you just came over here because you knew I was interviewing Doc and you wanted to hear about what he thought about the state of battle rap and what's going on, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Follow him on Twitch, follow him on X, follow him on all platforms. Y'all already know where I'm at. Y'all know exactly what I do. One last question, and I want you to really put an emphasis on your announcement that you had at Just Business, because I don't think niggas understand. You better get your passport. Yeah, you see what type of president we got. You see he trying to shut down all type of traveling. We're not gonna be able to leave the United States by the end of the year the way he going.
Get your passport,
get your shot,
get your yellow fever vaccine, and get your travel visa. Lagos, Nigeria, December 13th. We have the first ever American African crossover card in Lagos, Nigeria. These are going to be
Oh, this move up. Hey, this nigga.
these 8.
No, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm pulling up. That's Moo Wop, and you know what I'm saying. Shout out to my
Oh
dog.
man,
Moo.
I ain't stunting Moo Moo. But listen, listen, shout out Moo Wop, man. Listen, these 8 battlers, it's 8 battles. These 8 battlers are going to be the first American battlers in history to battle in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, Marv 1 is the first American battler to ever battle in Africa, but it wasn't a crossover card. He was the only one. This is a one-on-one. It's never happened before. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on the trailer. I thought it would be ready by Just Business, so I'm sorry I couldn't give y'all the trailer, and that's why it's not being talked about. There was nothing. Y'all don't even know how monumental it is. I don't even want to tell y'all none of the names that's involved, but it's special.
Okay, so how do we get familiar? Because again, when it comes to
wait, hold on.
When it comes to battle rap across the like, we gotta get familiar. I gotta get in tune with you.
Should I make this? I had a name for the card, but should I make this Just Business too? It's Americans versus. Should I just make it Just Business too?
It. We keep it simplistic over here.
I might just do that. This might be Just Business too. I ain't gonna lie. This might be Just Business too. I had a whole different name. I think I'm gonna do Just Business too. Yeah, I think so.
No, that's fire. That's super fire, man. So what other projects are you working on?
Honestly, bro, that and I'm still actively working as a consultant. I've been a consultant for different leagues that I'll never speak of unless they speak it for me for a few different leagues. So, I consult with other leagues, or other leagues consult with me rather, help them with their events and stuff. As long as there's a new talent involved. And I'm pretty much just working on getting my artists to the URL where they want to go. And if the ones that don't want to go there, just getting them the opportunities that they want. That's all I'm really thinking about. I got like I said, there's one event, and then just focusing on my artists and making sure they are where they want to be, focusing on the new talent, making sure I can help them however I can help them. For any of my friends that are battle rappers that feel like I can help them and help their profiles in any way. I'm here to help build, and I'm here to help the culture stay the culture that I love. I have mental fatigue with it sometimes because I feel like there's so many other things going on. It's always been drama. People like to blame his face. It's always been drama. So it's not really just about that. It's just people's focus can just be off in general. And raps do end up the last thing discussed. You know what I mean? And this past weekend was very fulfilling for me because Public Influence Battle League had a phenomenal fucking event the day before. That event was phenomenal. It was perfect, right? And for us to be able to follow that up and people talking about that, I don't see no drama being talked about. Man, I'm happy, and I'm just here to keep the game as that. So that's what I'm focused on.
No, we definitely appreciate your efforts, man. I appreciate, again, the evolution of not only you from the spaces, but also Tati, Weed and Battles, Cola. The list goes on and on. Coleman, I know he didn't mess around. Now he doing managing people and managing talent now. So, man, salute to everybody in this. Coleman.
That's a girl.
Oh, shit. See?
Shit. That's a woman.
Even better. Shit, we need more women in battle rap. Fuck.
Yeah. Shout out Battle Rap Bum too, because Battle Rap Bum had the movement that ultimately influenced the idea of, hey, Bum, let's do EFM Battle League. Without Bum, a lot of that shit don't exist. Without Bum, Surf and all them niggas don't hit the spaces. They don't do none of that. And people, can have a revision of history if they want, but I remember.
We was there.
Yeah,
we was all there 7 a.m.
Facts. So shout out to Bum,
7 at night.
Shout out to Bum and everybody else that you named. Shout out the lawyer. You know what I mean? There was a lot of people involved. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all of that.
No, absolutely, man. Please let the people know where they can find you at, where they can follow you at, support you and all your battlers, all the talent. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on all the success. URL, your own event. other events that you're working on. I'm gonna see you. Are you going to Houston? I will be in Houston, but I'm definitely gonna be in St. Louis for a certain day.
I'm most likely going to be in Houston, but I'm 100% going to be in St. Louis. I need to go see the Chinaman.
You gotta go see a couple things. Don't even worry about you. We
No,
got
a lot to see now. I gotta go to St. Louis.
That's gonna be a different type of recap. Don't you worry, sir.
Yeah, we might can't recap that. Shit, I love St. Louis, boy.
No, St. Louis is a good city, man. You know what I'm saying? Homegrown, but I appreciate you, Doc, man. I appreciate you pulling up again. Shout out to you. Shout out to all your success. Shout out to what you got going. Shout out to what you've already done. Again, battle rap cannot be talked about in 2025 without the talent that you cultivated in your roster, but also what you've done personally. So just thank you. Continue what you're doing, brother.
That's love. I appreciate you, Tim.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hey, Moo Wop. Hey, Moo. Now, you know, Moo, I reached out to you when? Come on, Moo. Don't do that to me, dog. Come on, Moo Wop. I reached out to you when? And then I look up, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog, 3 Letter Me. You was over here. He didn't see me. You nigga retweeted my, hey, check your DM. And then, you know what I'm saying? I need that interview. We got to talk. You seen what KD said. Don't act like it. Shit, I added you because I wanted you to see personally what he was saying. He was talking heavy. But shout out to Doc, man. Again, please go back and watch the KD and Eon interview I did last night. I also will be dropping, J2 will be on the show tomorrow, probably around the same time. It look like I'm doing my numbers then. So if 2 o'clock is the sweet spot, we can get it going. But we got that. What else we got coming up? We got Av next Tuesday. I'm also working on a coffee interview next Tuesday. We got Dollar Bill this upcoming Friday. So we working, man. Next is just dropped a card. So we're going to be talking about that. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of battle rap to talk about. So I appreciate each and every single one of y'all that pulled up. If this is your first time, do me a quick favor. It don't cost nothing to subscribe to the channel, man. I am back. I promise y'all. Like he said, battle rap is mentally draining sometimes. And when real life, you know what I'm saying, comes to the forefront, you got to handle real life. But in the between time, y'all know where I'm at. Y'all know exactly what to do. This is Temperature Check. I am your host as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And you know the motto. We ain't just getting started. And I got the crispiest lineup in battle rap. We here, motherfucker.